Okay.
Hey, everyone.
I feel like I was about to give us a countdown.
It's so weird to like start.
It is.
Because it's like,
hi. Hi, guys.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
We were really nervous at first. It helped though.
Yeah, I think so.
You remember old episodes where we started it like that?
3, 2. Yeah, I mean that was just what I naturally went to.
I want someone to do the clapper.
And action. Hey.
And you're like on.
Welcome to the Saucy Sibz, everyone. I was about to give you like an awkward high five, but I literally couldn't even do it. I was like, no, just stop.
Have we ever given each other a high five?
I've never high fived you in my life.
I hope not.
I don't.
Kind of.
I'm not really into high fives. You know what I mean?
I feel like if I was like, "Hey, Nick," you'd be like, he'd make a dirty face at me and walk away.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, no way. Hey, pal.
Oh. I feel like we haven't recorded in so long.
It's been about 2 weeks, guys.
Yeah.
Or I think like 10 days or whatever. But we're back. Welcome to the Saucy Sibz podcast.
Guys.
Episode 23.
Episode 23.
Episode 23. We're getting up there. We're getting up there in numbers, you know?
Has so much happened. Well, okay, from where I'm sitting, I can see my new bed.
Oh,
so
yeah.
in the apartment saga, I have a bed.
Welcome to Home Furnishings with the Saucy Sibz. You have a bed now.
How much of a difference does it make?
Yeah. And you like cleaned your room.
Yeah, I
you know?
I'm the messy sibling. If that wasn't obvious.
Right.
But I don't know. Maybe I feel like people think girls are cleaner than boys. I'm not like gross. Like the living room, the kitchen, I pretty much always clean up.
You clean up.
Yeah.
You clean up. But
I'm not like gross messy.
Yeah, I don't think
there's not like
messy.
dishes ever in my room or anything like that.
No.
I would never like leave it like the sink full of dishes for days or ever.
But on the record, she is the dirty one. You know what I mean? I'm not.
I feel like, I don't know, it just depends on some girl, but some girls like generally are.
But
it's messy. There's always things.
Yeah, you clutter.
Yeah, like there's clothes everywhere. Like right now, like I can see my curling iron, my hairbrush, my makeup, some clothes that were drying. There's a wig.
Sometimes you use the ring light as like a drying rack.
A drying rack. Well, we don't have a drying rack. And I can't like put my Lululemons in the dryer.
I mean, you can't?
No.
I do.
No, you're not supposed to.
No,
especially not with other clothes.
Lululemon does not go in the...
You can like every now and then, but it's going to get all the fuzzies on it. No, you want to only wash Lulu.
I don't have... This is Lulu. I don't have any.
Yeah, that's great. It's not like a black Align legging. So Lulu should be washed with Lulu and then dried, hang dry.
No, okay, no one told me that.
Except I'll just tell the people right now, this is important.
Wait, actually,
but your Align leggings, throw them in the dryer on low heat every now and then, and it'll like suck them back in.
Back up.
Yeah, they form right to your body again. So that's a little tidbit I learned recently.
I like that. Yeah.
Yeah. But you guys, I'm moving up in the world. I think that sleeping on the floor was reverberating to the rest of my life.
Yeah.
I feel like I was acting like a trash panda.
A little bit. I mean,
I just was like messy. Like I feel like a clean space like clears your mind, sets you right. Like I just had this like, it's like, well, I'm living on a floor. Like what can be expected from me right now?
I mean, I don't brush my hair and I rarely shower, but I have been sleeping in the bed for about 3 months now.
Yeah. And Nick's room, like he has a desk, he has nightstands. It's like, there's things on the walls.
Yeah.
It's like curated and lovely.
I have a theme. It's jungle.
Yeah, it is. Oh, I didn't realize that because I'm doing a jungle thing, but different.
You're doing like, what are you doing?
I'm doing like Tulum. So think of like people always get their like hats in Tulum, and like I'm thinking like wood, greenery, white, and like leaves. Okay. Really, like I want it to look like those like really expensive hotels you go and stay in Tulum, and they're built with like sticks, and like I don't know, like cowhides and stuff. It's just very like natural, but the rooms cost $800 a night.
Like driftwood.
Yes, lots of driftwood vibes.
Okay.
That's what I'm going for in there.
You literally just said, I want my room to look like a really expensive hotel, you know?
Yeah, but like the ones that
I get it. I knew what you meant. I just liked how you started that off. Like,
well, no, I'm kind of going to be sleeping like a princess. So you guys, what?
Yeah, no, it's
well,
fine.
I mean, a canopy bed gives off princess vibes.
Sure. Are you gonna? What do you?
Okay, canopy bed, like the tall ones. I don't know if everyone knows that. Like, I feel like some boys don't know what a canopy bed is.
Yeah.
It's like where the rails are
Like-
really tall and there's like 4 corners. It's like a cage.
Like,
Nick was
yeah.
like, wow, you're fucking sleeping in a
Sleeping
cage in
a
there.
cage, you
Which
know?
I built that cage by, well, you helped a little.
A little bit on the hard parts.
Yeah.
You know, no, like, I didn't mean it like that. I didn't mean it like
two
that.
people, but
Like,
I sat in that room and I built that bed for 4 hours.
And you know what?
I only cried once.
Was expecting you to somehow have like a mental breakdown and be like, I just need you to build this bed. And I was waiting for it. And I already had a list of excuses of why I was not going to build the bed for you. You're like, oh, you want me to build the bed right now? Oh, I just text Nora that I was going to dinner.
You were just going to like
bounce. Francesca, this is your responsibility. You know, this something you got to do. Because that's something you would do.
I text a man in my life. Mean text. I literally go, to be honest, you're like the closest thing I have to a boyfriend, and this is your fucking job.
Oh my God.
You need to come over and help me build this bed.
No.
I mean,
I don't agree.
It's fine.
With
I
that.
did it on my own.
Yeah, look at you. You know, one of your friends was like, "Oh, you shouldn't be doing that by yourself.
She was
Like, get a man
you're
to
way
help
too
you."
pretty. You should,
And I'm like,
like,
"Oh my God, guys! It has like it's like instructions.
okay.
In, like,
I know,
4
but I
different
just like
languages.
I got like kind of upset. I didn't like have someone to like right now. Who do we have? Neither of us have a boyfriend. Who's gonna come hang shit on the wall? Although I did buy a stud finder.
Oh, fun!
I went to Lowe's.
Wow, look
by
at
myself.
you!
I know.
Look at you,
I know.
Butch. No, yeah.
Jessica, really. But no, I'm like, you know.
You're doing it. Who would help me? I don't know how to hang shit on the walls. Like
I know that you're supposed to put things in studs, so I bought a stud finder.
Right.
And then if you can only do it in drywall, you need something called a molly, which is plastic that goes in first. And that I'm learning things.
I do know that.
Honestly, like this was also Dad on the phone with me at Lowe's as I like tried not to have a breakdown.
Of course, you had him on the phone. Like I went to Lowe's by myself, all screaming at my dad on the phone.
I wasn't screaming. He was helping me. You know, I feel like Dad's live for that.
Yeah, I love going to Lowe's and Home Depot.
When are you going there all the time?
It's great dad watching.
That's why you're going for the hot dads.
I was like, yeah,
what are you getting at Lowe's?
But I'm just saying that is an added bonus to like Lowe's.
You go for plants. What else are you going there for?
I've gone to Lowe's a lot. I
give me like what's the last thing you needed at Lowe's?
Okay, well I bought a tape measure the other day.
Oh yeah,
when we first moved in there. Yeah, I got a really nice one. But when I was landscaping back in the day, I was looking at like shovels for a while.
Okay.
You get like you forget that like
wait, I bought a hammer
things.
while I was there.
A hammer. Wait, I have a question about this.
Yeah.
You bought a hammer and you were like, there's no pink hammers. Were you looking for a bright pink hammer at Lowe's?
Yeah.
Okay, not the place. Maybe on like Jeffree Star's merch.
No, I think they would have one. I feel like it was sold out. I got a blue one.
No.
There's a lot of hammer choices.
Oh, no. Yeah, it's good. And some of them are
it's
like
a wall.
Yeah.
And I was like, Dad, I don't. And he was like, Francesca, and I was like, do I need like the nice wooden handle?
Do you find it kind of sexual?
Yeah. Well, yeah. A little bit.
Just a little like, not like sexual, like.
I don't know now.
I don't know.
I
like,
agree.
You know, like some trucks are just like sexy. Like they like.
Yeah. Well, like
they give
I think
off
like
a sexy energy. Like a big truck, you know?
Okay. I would more think like a Corvette, like sports cars. I'm like that Lamborghini.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is turning me on. Like that, I feel like is more universal. No. Hammers
and shovels and.
Okay. I feel like now we're getting into some like gay fantasy of
yours. Gay fantasy of mine.
It just like reminds me of like
I'm kidding.
like like firemen like calendars. Yeah. Just like holding an axe with their shirt off and their I don't know if that really does it for me.
Funny story about firemen. So in high school, I was in student government. So I was like going around like getting fundraisers or whatever. And so we had to go to the firehouse. And my friend Ashley, she was like, oh my gosh, like firemen are the sexiest men alive. Like nothing's hotter than a fireman. And I was like, I mean,
wait, Ashley
Hansen,
married to a woman now.
Well, now well,
no, it's just kind of funny because I feel like it's so stereotypical men. Like that doesn't really do it for me, but like it's so stereotypical. Like, oh, like firemen, hottest men, married to a woman.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I wonder if she like actually thought that. I don't know, but so we like knock on the firehouse, and like the grossest dude opened the door, and it was just like it was so funny. Not to judge him, but like it was just so funny. She was like, watch, look how hot he's going to be. And it was just like major, like not good. And it was funny to us, but we couldn't like laugh about it because we weren't just like,
can't just laugh at this man's
that's
face.
kind of mean. Yeah. I mean, it was more than his face. But
Can we?
he just let a lot going on, you know?
In stark contrast to the firemen in Aspen.
The firemen in Aspen are super hot.
You guys, it's almost like it's fake.
I know.
Like, like TV shows where like, obviously like they're all celebrities. So like they're all hot.
Yeah.
This is like they cast like a young Clint Eastwood,
right?
But some other like distinguished men, but then they're like younger counterparts. I know. They all could have been movie stars.
Yeah.
That's how hot. And they would like come in for fundraisers.
Yeah. I served them we had a fireman's lunch. Once,
of course.
And I was like, wow. Yikes.
And they're just
I
in
light my house on
Aspen.
fire? Yeah. But if you really wanted to meet firemen, you can just go to the house. You can just like knock on the door.
And just say hi.
And they're always chilling.
Oh, yeah. Because I mean, that's what they
like
chill.
Call, you know?
You can just go in and be like.
You literally can. You can just go talk to them. I mean, you
not like you're trying to date them.
No,
yeah, you have to have like a reason.
You don't have to light your house on fire or like say your cat's stuck in a tree, you know?
I'm surprised Za's not. Dude, she's out.
Yeah, she is out.
Sorry, we're looking at Za right now.
Well,
normally she's being annoying.
I know. I'm so glad she's
we went on a hike
playing
today.
dead. I'm joking.
She's in heat.
She is in heat. Francesca's dog is unneutered or unspayed.
But as long as you're like a responsible dog owner, there's like 2 months or 2 weeks every like 9 months where Za just can't get humped by an unfixed dog, which like she's never getting humped by random dogs. What?
I mean, not really, but like,
have you ever seen her be humped?
No, I guess I haven't. But like sometimes she runs off leash. But like this is like worst case scenario.
Yeah, but like if she's running off leash, like there would be like you think like a stray dog in Breckenridge.
I don't know.
It's a possibility.
And every dog is like spayed now.
Everyone in America. Because it's like such a
very low
thing
chance,
that we do.
You know?
But I was like doing some research, and first of all, they take out all the organs. So she just like doesn't have her hormone makers anymore.
Yeah. I always wonder about that. Like the hormones.
I just think hormones are important. And like I feel like a lot of American dogs like get fat and lazy and they like all get cancer. And maybe it's like the lack of hormones. I don't know. I just think we don't know. And I think that we're so quick to like take out organs just because everyone does it.
Yeah.
Like you don't want dogs running around, but like Za's like an affluent little bitch.
Yeah.
She's not out.
She's sleeping in a
walking.
bassinet. Yeah, I hear what you mean.
Like walking the streets.
Yeah.
But then, okay, I always say this and I don't know if it's true.
What?
That like, I think it's illegal to spay your dogs in Sweden.
I just don't know.
And that,
you say this to me, but I've never fact checked it.
Hold on. We're going to like look it up. And I'm pretty sure like 90% of the dogs in Sweden are unspayed. Okay, so.
Sweden, you guys,
legal
man.
To fix.
Fix. I like that term.
Dogs. To fix. See, I think it's weird. Why am I fixing them?
Are you trying to be politically correct about...
Oh, Sweden. I forgot
dog organs.
Of course, like in America, it's like a lot of places.
Okay. One time I called a dog's wrist to a vet, like I referred to their wrist, and she corrected me very firmly and said, it's an ankle. Dogs don't have wrists. And I said...
So they have 4 ankles.
I said, okay, lady. Yeah, because they have 4 legs. You don't have wrists on your...
Okay, so
but like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but like
you can,
but wrists are very different from ankles, so I guess they all function like ankles because they don't have hands.
They don't have hands.
Okay. That's fair.
But like I just felt like I didn't need to be corrected.
That's fair. Get this.
Okay.
In some countries, spaying and neutering are considered to be inhumane and is even illegal. In Sweden, 93% of females and 99% of male dogs are left intact.
Intact. See, that's a good way to phrase it.
Intact. I've heard like people and they're like, hey, he's intact. And you're like, and then actually, I remember when I was little and like people on the rugby team would have dogs that like had balls and
like
they're like,
massive
it was
balls.
more like kind of like, not Hoosier, kind of. People would be like, like I'm not chopping his balls off. Like, why would I do that? I wouldn't want mine chopped off. Let him keep his manhood.
His manhood.
I'm like,
sir, are you a Rottweiler?
And so I would always just be like, I thought it was weird that they were like, yeah, he's got to have his balls. But like, honestly, just common sense wise, I was like, you're right. Why do we chop them all off?
I do feel like if most of the dogs are intact or neutered or fixed, right? If they're fixed in America, the chances of Zog getting pregnant are way lower than it would be in Sweden.
Yeah, but like people in Sweden are just responsible.
Yeah,
like you don't
like
let your dog.
Organization to that country that is like really.
It is. Well, listen, it says under Norway's Animal Welfare Act, it is illegal to neuter your dog in Norway unless it is deemed medically necessary or for animal welfare reasons.
I mean,
I knew I had read this somewhere because I was like, because look,
I'm curious about like.
It's just removing a body part. Like Sweden, like they think of it as like just removing body parts. And like, why are we doing
kind of
that?
Unnecessary. Because you just want to let your dog run around the trailer park.
Exactly. Yeah. Because like in America, we have like a lot of that stuff, but like she's just not.
Also, do we really have like a stray dog problem? I'm sure some cities, but like,
yeah, dude,
this isn't
St.
India.
Louis.
I mean, St. Louis had a stray goat once. Do you remember that?
No.
Oh, it went viral. There was like a stray goat, and some guy was like driving his car on like a busy street, and he's like, here we are, goats in St. Louis just eating the
because the dog fighting, there's a lot of stray pit bulls in St. Louis. Like it's real bad because I used to volunteer at stray rescue. And since it's so
prevalent,
well, also it's such a bad, like poor community, so if people move, a lot of the dogs they rescue, they leave them chained up in the backyard.
I knew about that.
No, this is the thing. It's like, let it go. But they just leave it. And like, usually it starts howling and a neighbor hopefully calls stray rescue.
But it's not like those dogs are getting neutered anyway.
No, but that's what they're trying to do because like, we don't want to have like a dog problem. I don't know. Maybe it's a way vets make money.
It's all a conspiracy.
I don't know why it's such a huge thing. I will say that like Zaz's small.
Yeah.
So it's not gross.
Yeah.
It's 2 weeks. Yeah. Every 9-10 months. And like they just clean themselves. So you don't want them like.
Yeah.
I don't know. If you had carpet, that would be a problem.
How late can you spay a dog in its life?
You can spay them. So there's a vet that lives upstairs in our condo. And she said, oh, you need to do that. She said they can get some type of infection if you don't spay them. And then you have to do an emergency spay and like they could die.
Should we have her on the podcast? Just be like, tell us all about your dog.
Za.
Oh, no.
I'm sorry.
Za, we left your uterus intact.
How do you feel about that? I don't know. That was my first thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet that'd be really interesting. I bet you as like a Colorado vet, because like we live in the West.
We live in the West with a lot of animals, a lot of dogs.
We talk about that all the time. Like us living in like a small town in Colorado, I just did not think it would be that different. And like yesterday, I like posted on my Instagram someone's burros. They look like donkeys, but they're little.
Oh, yeah.
Got out. So there's also a town Facebook page. So like literally the whole Summit County is on a Facebook page together, and it can get like really toxic or it can be really good. But someone was like, hey, these two were wandering around. And then 20 minutes later, someone posts, oh, that's Goldie and Darn It. They belong to the mine. And then someone else like tagged the owner of the mine. And then they were like, oh, those little suckers, like they've mastered the art of getting out of their pen. Oh. So they escaped. And then the whole neighborhood knows that sometimes they get out. And they're like, oh, don't worry, Mel will be looking for him soon. I'm like, I love that in the country.
That's probably why he's named Darn It.
Darn It?
Darn It. That's a great name for a burro, you know? Oh, darn it. Not again.
Exactly.
That's super cute.
Where we live. But that's what I'm saying. I bet you she sees like a lot of like animals.
Yeah.
Like horses.
She's a vet.
Nick? I know. But I feel like people have like cats and dogs in Missouri. Like where we live.
Yeah. We had when I was a horse wrangler back in the day, we had like vets like equestrian equine vets.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And they like specialed in like horses, you know.
I presented the other day to an equestrian in town, or a woman who owns a horse at House of Vibes. That you and I like know horses, and you were a horse wrangler, and she's like, I have a job for you. She's like, we're gonna talk to like George, and he has this thing and he needs people to, and I was like, oh, we're not that good. I was like, we have too much on our plate. I'm not, but I was like, I'd love to go out with him. And like I want to go ride horses a bunch this summer.
Well, in springtime is like the most busy time for herds because they have to get used to like being ridden, and you kind of have to break them in a little bit and get them like ready for, you know, the season.
I just accidentally almost got us hired as horse wranglers, and I think it's because I've been watching too much Yellowstone.
I mean, I wouldn't mind.
Well, like he pays really well. He needs someone to take people out on just little jaunts, little tourists.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. Like you have to do a lot of, like you have to take them out because they haven't really been going out during the cold months. But also like there's so much work that just goes into like barns and herds and horses and horses like are kind of problematic. Like they just get into a lot of mischief.
No, they have
and then they can hurt themselves really badly.
And they're expensive. Like Zot is hard. Like she's less work than a cat.
That is completely false.
No, really?
Yeah, cats you forget exist, and they're out eating birds.
I'm just saying she's easy, and she has cost me like no money.
She is very easy, but like
which is very lucky. And I don't
have to walk a cat. You know,
I do walk her every day.
Yeah, I mean,
I guess I'm really like I'm really like involved in her social life.
Yeah,
but like I guess cats it wouldn't matter.
Can I tell you a hilarious story?
Sure.
Okay. Back when I was living in Southern Illinois, right? Mm-hmm. So all of my friends, we rented a giant house for New Year's Eve. And it was huge. It was like 14 bedrooms. And I don't know if I've told you this yet. And so we like, and it was also kind of like a hunter's lodge. So there were like skeet traps that would like go off, and we were launching bush light cans off of it.
I can't believe they let you like fuck around with that stuff.
I don't know why they let us rent this house for $500.
Yeah, and so I remember seeing the photos. There was like, how much taxidermy?
It was, you walk in, big house up on a hill next to a lake, and then there was like just taxidermy this, taxidermy that, and it was just like all kind of crazy everywhere. But then there was also like a lot of food and water and snacks, like honey buns and like cosmic brownies, and like the place was a little dinky inside. Like there was lots of like scrapes on the walls, and it was all wood though, but like it was nice. Someone definitely took care of it, but it was kind of crazy. But anyway, so we are sitting on the back porch, and we're all being crazy, you know, we're launching the beer cans off, and I'm on the balcony. Okay. So I'm the one like launching the beer cans off, and everyone's like trying to go chase them and stuff. And we're all like laughing, and we haven't seen each other a long time. We're being idiots. And I had been drinking, and off into the distance, I saw a zebra.
Wait.
I saw a zebra. Okay. Now, mind you, drunk Nick on the balcony. Oh my God, look, a zebra. Everyone's all like, bro, there's no zebra. Okay.
Middle of Missouri.
It was Illinois, but it was the middle of Illinois, Southern Illinois. And I'm like, no, guys, I just saw a zebra. And so, me and my friend Patrick Oster, we were like, oh, let's go find it. Because he was like, wait, I think I saw something white too. And everyone's like, no, it's probably just like a white horse or something. I was like, no, dude, that was a fucking zebra. And so we all like run up, and then there's these 3 like zebras just jump through the forest and start like trotting along down, and like ran away.
Like a herd of zebra?
It was 3 zebra. 3. I have a video of it actually. And like I tell people this story, and they're like, this just didn't happen. This just didn't happen.
Wait,
right?
I remember when you showed up first, though. Wasn't there something on the fridge that said, do not feed?
Okay. So this is the backstory. Yeah. So we show up, and it's like, do not feed the animals. They can get aggressive.
Yeah. And you're like,
okay. Like
what animals?
A goose?
Yeah. You're like,
they meant elk and zebra, because what it was is these are called hunting lodges. Mm-hmm. And for a lot of people don't know this, I didn't know this, it's common knowledge to other people, but it's a gated in community. I'm talking like 400 acres. Mm-hmm. Okay. And they release animals onto the property. It's private property, and then you can pay to kill whatever animal you want. But it's super fucked because they feed the animals so you can go hunt them
in specific spots so that you can pull. That's actually, isn't that illegal?
No. It's like shooting fish in a barrel, right?
Yeah.
But so you can go stay a weekend at this hunting lodge and go hunt a zebra, like legitimately. And I'm sitting here like, how much does a zebra cost? Like, where do you get a zebra? Apparently, I looked it up.
Nick's like,
I mean, this was kind of a life-changing moment. Like, I'm in the woods, like playing with my friends, and like a zebra, like it's crazy, you know? So
it's a very you story.
I know it's a very me story, and this is why people don't ever believe me. But apparently a zebra, you can go down to Kentucky at a horse auction and get a zebra for $500. Not kidding. They're not expensive, and they're pretty much just normal horses, just from Africa.
Are
Nothing
they
special about a zebra.
White? Is their skin striped?
I don't know if their skin
are they black, white?
I don't know what their skin looks like.
I feel like I remember Googling this once.
Do you know why zebras are striped?
It like the air goes through like differently or something and like cools them off.
Exactly. So they found they didn't really understand like why a zebra would be that color compared to all the other things, especially if it's like prey and it might be hunted. But anyway, they've noticed that zebras that live in a hotter climate have a more contrasting stripe. And zebras that live in a colder climate are less. And so what it does, their white doesn't retain heat. The black does. So the black fur gets hot, and then the transitions, or like, what is that called? It makes a convection current to where it moves. And so it makes a small circulation of a whole bunch of air streams all over their whole body.
That's nuts.
Isn't that wild?
Did you know Dalmatians are born without spots?
Yeah, I did know this actually, but that is kind of crazy. I feel like if I got a Dalmatian puppy and didn't have spots, I'd be like, where the fuck are the spots?
Yeah, no, they're white puppies. Yeah. And then they develop spots later.
Develop spots. That's really
unclear
cool.
why, not sure. But I did learn that too recently.
Imagine who was the first person to like breed a Dalmatian where they're like, oh, we've got all white litter. Dalmatians kind of freak me out.
No, they're weird. They have a lot of problems.
And they're like spotted, it's weird. I don't know.
Yeah, I just know that like the way they've bred them has like made them have like a lot of like neurological, I think, problems.
Really?
Or
I don't want anything to do with
most dogs that like French bulldogs, don't buy one.
I wouldn't.
Most of them need nose jobs. My best friend's French bulldog needed a nose job because it couldn't breathe.
Yeah.
And then it's just like because they wanted the smushed faces, but now they have all these. Yeah. Is this a dog podcast?
Oh my
I'm
God.
Sorry.
This is bad.
Nick's worst nightmare.
My worst nightmare. No, I don't mind. But
I'm just saying, like, I've accidentally talked a lot about dogs.
I don't mind. Animals. I think it's kind of interesting.
We're just learning stuff here.
Yeah.
Wait, we had an idea. Whose podcast did they like do? Are you smarter than a fifth grader? Questions.
Oh, it was the H3 podcast, Frenemies, where Ethan Klein has Trisha Paytas on, and they were doing like, are you smarter than a fifth grader? And these bitches did not know shit.
If we ever don't have an idea,
we're just going to straight doing trivia. Once Francesca and I are completely washed up, it's just like, hey, Francesca.
Although I don't even know what we're talking about. So that's what this podcast is about, guys. Nothing important.
You know, so.
So thanks for hanging out with us.
I know. Thank you. Do we have other things to talk about?
I wrote some. Honestly, I have bed. Nick, you went home to St. Louis.
Yeah, I did. I went home for a wedding and saw a whole bunch of my friends. Met up with my ex. No, I haven't spoken to them in 2 years, and they literally sat us.
Yeah, they had no idea.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't like only the people that like really like know us like know that it was kind of like a really bad falling out, but like yeah, so it was just so funny that like, you know, you grab your little name tag when you walk in, and it's like, you know, it shows
tells
like the
you
list.
Where.
Yeah. And it's like, oh, like boop. And
didn't you say he like sat in the car for like 45 minutes?
Yeah, he was just nervous. To come in. He was nervous, you know, maybe not about me, but who knows?
But it was fine.
He was fine. Yeah, it was good. It was good closure. Yeah.
That's how you felt about it?
I do. Yep. And now there's no like loose ends.
I mean, it's not ever nice to have like animosity with someone, even if it's like necessary. You don't want them. It's just like good to have that like, okay, like wish you the best.
And I feel like a lot of people were nervous about me and him ever coming in contact. Like if we were both at the same party, like a wedding. And they accidentally seat us at the same table. I mean, I did text you in all caps, red alert, red alert. Do you remember that?
Oh, me. Yeah. No, of course. I thought you meant like the people of the party. No, Nick. Honestly, I could just like read text between me and Nick for like a podcast. It was just like red alert, like all caps. He was like, I am seated next. He's like, I don't know what to do. But then I saw your story and it looked like you guys.
Yeah, we made up. But a lot of people were like asking about it. And good. Fine. I'm a little jealous because mom also took you shopping. I love going to St. Louis for a little bit. I really like St. Louis. I saw one of my best friends. Mom took me shopping.
I came home with like 3 pairs of shoes, shirts, jackets.
Well, my mom was like she just said that she hasn't like gone shopping with me in years. And so she was like, I'm taking you out. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah. I was like, I forgot what happened, but I was like having a bad day. And Nick was like, okay, well, like not to rub it in, but like mom texted me and was like, hey, like pick the place. Do you want a happy hour after we like get out after we pick you up from the airport? And then, I was just at Nordstrom and they had like amazing stuff. So I want to take you back. And then let's get like a mani and pedi and go to lunch. And I was like,
we got a manicure.
What color? Did you know the name?
This was called You're So Euro.
Oh.
You're So Euro. I don't really know what that means, but it's kind of like a cobalt, whatever.
Cobalt blue. It's nice. Is it gel?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Good call.
Love it. Yeah.
Nick's really into gel manicures now. I have to wait to get a manicure for this wedding. Also, I'm in a wedding in 11 days. Tried the dress that I'm wearing in the wedding on. It zipped a week ago.
But like, I just feel like if
I
it
don't
zipped
know
a week
what
ago,
I've been doing. I've been trash panda-ing around.
Trash panda.
Like,
no bed.
Seriously, it didn't zip today, you guys. So like, I'm on like a liquid diet.
I feel like like you can, it's not that bad. Like, I mean, you fluctuate weight.
I do.
I mean, like
I like to get really fat and really skinny, like really fast.
Yeah. We'll keep you updated on that.
Yeah. No, I have to wear it to the wedding.
Yeah.
So like, I told someone that and they were like, wait, like, I love how like you didn't just like get measured and like the dress fit you. Like, isn't that what you normally do for like weddings? And I was like, no, like you don't know my best friends. They ordered it for me and told me to fit into it. They said, oops. Hey, you have like 5 weeks, like fit into this dress. And I said, absolutely.
Easy.
There's a quote. I think on like not Bridezilla's 2 weddings. I don't know something, but it's Kate Hudson. And she's like, you do not alter Vera to fit your body. You alter your body to fit Vera. As in Vera Wang.
Yeah.
Wedding dresses.
Wow.
So I'm altering my body for this. It's a gorgeous dress. Yeah. Can't wait to post pictures. So while Nick was at home and then at Red Rocks partying, he stayed in Denver. I got stuck in a blizzard.
Francesca had an absolute crisis.
Yeah. So we're just all really excited. I'm still alive.
Where were you going?
No, I've been giving thanks. I went for the grand opening of our state winery.
Oh, fun.
Just to like capture content. It's 2.5 hours away. No big deal. Drove up, stayed for like 6 hours, and then driving home. Cute little thing about the mountains. Unpredictable blizzards.
Impassable roads.
They just shut down highways, guys. Yeah. And I don't understand. Like it's just very surprising to me. I don't know. So I drive almost all the way home. I'm literally 28 minutes from my house, but they shut the highway down. So I get off at Vail and I'm in a garage and I like make an Instagram and I'm like, what do people do? Like, do I get a hotel room in Vail? And mom's texting me. She's like, get a hotel room, go get some food, like just chill.
Yeah.
And I should have listened. And instead I decided Google says, which by the way, Google Maps, don't trust it.
Been unreliable recently. I'm kind of like,
it almost got me killed.
Years ago, I would have trusted Google Maps with my life.
Yeah.
And the old boomer is looking at you, silly kids.
Nick, I was like, did we still have that atlas in our car?
No, it's in St. Louis, actually. I just saw it.
We need it.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding. Yeah. So it's like, an hour and a half, take this like road. Okay, cool. So I start going down it. It was Redcliffe, Nick. There's this road that Google tried to make us take before, and it is literally a mountaintop pass. And like you're driving here, but it's like
it's something that like an ATV should be going down.
Yeah, but if you fall to your death. And people die all the time falling off these mountains.
Yeah.
Like how many people a year?
You were like, I've been here before.
No, I recognized it, and I was like,
yeah.
But it was closed anyway because it's winter, so the pass is closed, as it should be.
Right.
So, but then I didn't have maps downloaded. Like I need to have Colorado downloaded, like offline. So I'm out of service and I'm stuck.
Yeah.
And I don't know how to get back to the main roads now because I'm deep in the forest.
Right.
Alone with my dog in a blizzard. But another car like came up behind me and I like rolled down my window and I was like, and they were like, it was like 4 dudes and they were like, is this not like ridiculous? Like, did you? And I was like, it's closed. Like, do not go that way. It's not possible. Like, I promise you. And I was like, where are you going? They're like, we're going to Copper. And I was like, okay, I'm going to Breck. And they were like, why don't you just like follow us? We'll take it slow. They're like, we know a way. It's going to take a couple hours. But you guys, there's no plows. They're all shut down. Yeah. They don't want anyone on the road. All the semis have just like stopped or they're like littered in the forest, like on the sides. And like, I could have stopped, but these, like, when you're up on the side of a cliff, I don't want someone to come up and then like slide and then hit me off the cliff.
Yeah.
Or you're like blocking. It's like a very small 2-lane road. So I was like, they're like, we're just gonna get through it. So it's like literally like beating down, and it was like sleeting. So my windshield wipers broke. I had like this much to see through. I'm out of service, so I only have my like paid for music from like 2014. Oh, no. And the only song that kept playing over and over, and I just went with it, was Paris Hilton, Stars Are Blind. So I didn't cry the whole time, but I had a few panic attacks, and like Paris calmed me down. I'm just like, I don't know, but I can't stop because I can't lose the boys. I'm literally praying and singing Stars Are Blind, crying, just like, I hope I get home alive. Like, I'm like, mom's going to kill me. She told me to get a hotel room in Vail. And we made it. Well, first, but like, Nick, I'm saying 15 to 20 miles an hour. You know, those like high, like up on the pass. I think we went around Loveland Pass. It's scary. Like the wind feels like it's going to take you off the mountain.
Loveland Pass is like literally you're like on top of the mountain.
Yeah. And really, so like you're just driving.
I'm surprised that was open.
Maybe it wasn't Loveland. I don't know what it was, but it was terrifying. I don't know where I was.
Loveland, I mean, that's sketchy.
No, it was the sketchiest thing I've ever done.
Yeah.
Took me 6.5 hours to get home. And it's just me, which, okay, weirdly, shout out Red Bull. I talked shit on Red Bull last week.
Because we know, I love me a Red Bull.
Yeah, I haven't had a Red Bull in 8 to 10 years. Literally have not touched it.
Yeah, you would never.
No.
You would never.
But I was at the gas station and I said, well, I'm just going home by myself to hang out. I need to clean the house. I've got a 2.5 hour drive. It was 70 and sunny when I left the vineyard.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck it, I want to drink a Red Bull. I was like, if I wouldn't have drank that, I would have been sleepy. I was literally so alert. I was lit.
It's a very focused energy.
No, it is.
It's good.
I was surprised.
It doesn't do that much, but like honestly, when you need it, it just sets you straight. Kind of cracks your neck. No, that was performative.
No, it was like that. No, it was. I needed it. It was legitimately terrifying. Mm-hmm. But Red Bull got me through it. So did Paris Hilton. So did these boys. So it's been like 4 hours. We get through it. Uh-huh. But we're, like I said, like seeing semis littered like trash just in the road. So then there was this smaller car that was like deep in the woods with its flashers on. And like, to be honest, I'm just trying to get home and get alive. My car could get stuck. I can't really help someone.
Yeah.
I don't have food in my car. I don't have water. I can't tow you out. So they were like, they rolled on their window. They're like, how are you? You did great. Like, they're like, they're like, can you make it from here? Yeah. And I had one bar, which immediately I sent you my location just in case I died. And then my maps pulled up and I could get home. And I knew it was just like these back roads from Leadville.
Yeah.
And
I've taken some of those.
Not bad. No. But it was like 4 inches of snow on the ground. Yeah. So it was raining before. So it was ice.
Yeah. It was I knew it was like very slippery. Like cars
so everybody was just
like flying off the road.
And it's like I have snow tires, but it was still just like, am I doing this right now?
Yeah.
So they were like, do you think you can make it? And I was like, I got it from here. Like it's like flat. They're like, well, we're gonna go check on this car like in the woods with its flashers on. And I was like, Mom immediately goes, these boys sound lovely. Did you get one of their numbers? I'm like, Mom, yes, in the snowstorm, I make my business card as I'm driving down the pass into a little paper airplane. And I just like, but they were like awesome. They're like, we're going to go like see because honestly, if it was me in the woods, what do you do?
Yeah.
So they might have like rescued this person. And so shout out to those boys.
Imagine a full crisis. Crying. Can I get your number? Like, you know what I mean?
So like,
he's like handsome. Copper's not far from Frisco.
I only think it's like 20 minutes.
Oh my God.
Like, if you need a place to crash.
Like, Mom, get your priorities straight.
No,
this is survival.
Mom literally, besides being like, I'm so happy you're alive.
Yeah.
She was like, did you get a number?
Mm-hmm. Did you get a number?
Mom, no.
Asking the motherly questions.
She
really
on me to like freeze my eggs. Like, calm down.
Calm down, mother.
I mean, I'm making poor choices. Not department, but
Copper's not big. We could go find them.
We just hold like missed connections on Craigslist.
Yeah, or on some One Man's Junk. The boys in Copper that helped me.
I bet I could find them if I wanted to.
I'm sure you could.
It was very dark though. I don't even know if they were cute.
Oh, well.
I mean, they look strapping. I mean, they're going to rescue people. They're not like wimps.
I mean,
Colorado boys.
They
all kind of look the same. Not in a bad way.
They
all look
a good. No. I mean, they have long hair and a beard, but
yeah.
It's
like, don't rub me in.
I have a gel manicure.
That's it's true.
You know.
But anyway, yeah, I made it.
Meanwhile, I am partying at Red Rocks with my boys and my girlies. You know, having a ball. But I will say there was a lot of people that were coming from Breckenridge to Red Rocks. It's about like a 2-hour drive. About an hour and a half, really. They were all taking a party bus. They shut down the Eisenhower Tunnel, which is like a big thing on a pass.
Yeah,
they shut that
down, you can't go through, guys.
So the party bus had to turn around. And they're all texting us like, you won't believe this. Like, Eisenhower Tunnel got shut down. So we have to like take, this like, I was just like, I'm just sitting here drinking a beer. Like,
Also, like the rest of the country, it's spring. Yeah. It's hot.
It's like 80 degrees in St. Louis.
Literally 80, 85 and sunny. And I'm out here and my dad goes, you're still worried about the roads? I go, Dad, it was 18 degrees and it snowed 6 inches.
It's called a blizzard, Dad. It happens.
It literally, like, I'm so over it. I'm about, like, I love the mountains, but like, can we call it quits? And still today, people are like, our friend Justine came over. Love her. She is a very outdoorsy gal. She's like, yeah, bro. Like, it was sick out there. It was like a powder day, man. And she came over at like noon. I was like, have you been out? She's like, yeah, man. I got up. She goes, I got first chair on Peak 6 at like 8 a.m. And I was like,
oh my God.
I cannot relate.
I can't relate to that. But
if it's sunny and like beautiful outside, like I'll go skiing, but like I'm done. Give me the warmth. I'm pale. I'm literally pasty.
I look bad. Like I look so like I don't mind being pale in the winter.
Yeah, but now it's
like, okay, like everyone in Missouri has a nice little, little glow. I'm just over here like well,
we've just been inside. We did hike in the snow today.
We did. That was that. It was cold, but like it was fine. It was fine.
Yeah, like jackets have a purpose.
But we were like trudging through the snow, which I could have done without.
I know my shoes, my socks got wet. Didn't love it.
Don't love that.
No, because I only brought one snow boot too from St. Louis.
Yeah,
but I'm almost in the mood. Like I'm like. Out of principle, refusing to put on my puffy coat. I'm like, puffy coat season is over.
Like you're trying.
I'm like wearing windbreakers, thinking it's gonna like be okay.
Yeah.
Okay, but you were just talking about how you've just been showing up places. And listening to Rihanna a bunch.
God. So yeah, I feel like so much of my life is really just getting this meat bag with these baby blues. These baby blues and just showing up, like getting to the destination on time. You know, they say like life is 80% just showing up. Like 80% of life is.
I had a professor, and he goes, I don't care if you learn anything else in my class, just learn that life is 80% just showing up.
And the other 20% is taking Adderall at 1 a.m. and just telling your friend, I told you I'll be there, so I will be there. You know what I mean? I joke. But I don't know. We just show up.
We always do. Like in Aspen.
Yeah.
We deliver.
We went to Aspen. I had to work in the next morning. I told, our friend no, but like
it was his birthday. And he was like, I have a house in Aspen and you're just not going to use it.
I know. So, and we said, we were sitting there at dinner, drinking a little cocktail. And we were just like, let's just drive there at like 7 a.m. I think we left at like 8,
Yeah.
And yeah, it was fine. And then I made it to work on time. And everyone's like, you look a little tired. I'm like, yeah. I was in Aspen today. Like, Which we don't know, Aspen's 2.5 hours away from us. Yeah. And you run the risk of maybe the highway shut down. So, but I have really been listening to Rihanna's Shut Up and Drive a lot. And that's just kind of been like with the flights and the wedding. I almost didn't go to my friend's wedding because it was like I was in St. Louis for like literally 70 hours. But Shut Up and Drive. So I was just like, yeah, I'm just gonna show up. Like we're just going. And I'm really glad I did, So that song has really been really working for me, for my energy. And
but did you know that song's about sex?
What?
Yeah, it's not about her driving a car or showing up. She is the car.
I mean, I guess.
No. It's like, you think it's like her, like, shut up and drive and like just get there? Let's like giddy up, let's go.
Yeah, like pack your duffel bag, let's go.
Do you want to hear the lyrics?
Is it really not?
No.
Oh, I do feel like.
No, I was listening to it in the shower the other day and I was like, I was like, I wonder if Nick knows that like that's not what she means.
I feel like songs can have two different meanings.
Honestly, the iPad's really coming in handier today.
I know.
All right, ready? Okay.
I'm gonna be like, I can't believe I thought this was about showing up to your friend's wedding.
You ready for this? I've been looking for a driver who is qualified. So if you think you're the one, step into my ride. I'm like a fine-tuned supersonic speed machine. Got a sunroof top and a gangster lead. So if you feel it, let me know. No. Come on. What you waiting for? My engine's ready to explode. Start me up and watch me go. I feel like I'm reading this like a kindergarten book.
Go.
Like, when you read a little kid. I babysat a lot. I feel like I've read anyway, I'm going to keep reading it like that. It's funny. Get you where you want to go, if you know what I mean. Got a ride that's really smoother than a limousine. Can you handle the curves? Can you run all the lights? If you can, baby boy, then we can go all night.
I feel kind of dumb. I don't know. I mean.
Oh, wait, ready? Mm-hmm. I got class like a 57 Cadillac and overdrive with a whole lot of boom in the back.
Okay.
What do you think she's referencing, Nick?
Her ass.
Yes, correct. You look like teacher. You can handle what's under my hood. You keep saying that you will, boy. I wish you would.
This song makes me want to have sex with Rihanna. I'm just kidding.
So that was the Dr. Seuss version of Shut Up and Drive.
Yeah. I get it now. Like, shut up and drive. Okay.
Like, come on, boy.
But it really has been helping me, But now it's maybe not my pump up song,
I mean, I didn't mean to ruin it for you. Like, I feel like it's still.
No, it's still fire.
It's a great song.
Yeah. Show up to your wedding. Like, yay.
Don't worry, Rihanna got me here. Yeah. I'll get you started.
My engine's about to blow.
But okay, so we deliver. That's okay. The point.
Yeah.
This is something very strongly about us. If we make a commitment, we do not back out on it.
No.
Like,
I like to show up.
Actually,
I like to deliver.
This is not we had one of our really good friends who was going to be on the podcast today, and she canceled for a great reason and we love her and I need to text her back and it's no big deal. And it's so funny because it's her texting me this, but she thinks she got glutened last night, aka ate some gluten when you're gluten free.
That's the verb.
Got gluten, which you don't even like. I understand.
Like
if I
you understand.
I mean, out of all people, like if you get gluten, you feel brain fog. And she had to work today.
Yeah,
she was just gonna move some meetings around for us, but like she was like, "Listen, like I am so sorry. I can't wait to reschedule right away. Like I got glutened and like I feel like I'm gonna die." And I'm like, "Babe, like you do not have to crawl out of bed." To like come chit chat on the podcast. But we recently had someone cancel the pod.
Oh, yeah.
To go ski. Couple hours before they were supposed to be over here.
It's fine.
No, it's fine. I mean, do you ever just like make plans with someone 2 weeks in advance and have them block? We both have to get off work.
Yeah. We
have to be free and then set it up. And we
got like a whole studio.
Yeah. We set up the studio. We have it planned. We also like ask you what beverage you'd like. And we like, it's just like our whole day is planned out around you.
Yeah.
Completely. And then to just be like, I want to get a few more laps in. So like, can we reschedule?
Oops. Yeah. I feel like flakes in that it's just like a horrible quality. Unless again, like a really good excuse, unless I'm actually really sick. Like if I was super hungover, not an excuse. Yeah.
Unless like a couple of us have death hangovers in your life. But for the most part, it's like I will drink 3 mimosas and I will show up.
I will throw on Rihanna.
Yeah.
Slap my face.
I just think that it's really important to like stay true to your word and like,
and like
also
there.
So basically one of our best friends, he's basically family. He was like, you guys have said this whole winter you were going to come visit me. And you just like haven't come to Aspen. And it was his birthday. It was Snowmass closing day. And I was like, Nick, we're better than this. I was like, oh, so what? We're going to like be tired in the morning? Like, no, like he's important to us.
Yeah.
So let's go. And boy,
that was a time.
Did we do Aspen?
Yeah.
So it was Snowmass closing day. Nick and we twinned double denim. It was actually, it was the shirt because I have a fringe addiction. If it has fringe, just buy it for me. I'll pay you back. I live in the mountains. It's not going to go out of style. It's cowboy. Yeah. Plus, again, I've been watching so much Yellowstone. Like I need hats.
Denim can never go out of style.
No, and they're like leather fringe. It's white leather feel. It's nice, right? So we brought wigs. Lord Farquaad.
Yeah.
Which at first I looked like Lord Farquaad in it. It's like
Shrek.
From Shrek. Like the villain in Shrek, guys. Dark brown bangs and like a waved bob. But then like it kind of worked.
Yeah.
I loved going out in a wig, especially in Aspen, because I was like, no one knows who I am. I can do whatever I want.
Yeah.
But anyway, I ended up chucking him because I needed an outfit change.
Yeah, you just left. Where did you leave it?
I left him in the bathroom. I wanted someone else. I wanted to
the bathroom, take off your wig, get a little shuffle, and come out.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
And there was a line of like 15 people. But I wanted to see someone else wearing him, like in the night.
Oh, like if someone found the.
Yeah.
Did you just leave it like on the sink or like in the trash?
There was like a nice little stool.
Okay.
It was like a leather. It's Aspen. Right. It was like a nice little leather tuft.
Yeah.
And so like I left him right there. Cool. I saw him change location by the time we left. He was on another bench.
So someone
outside of the bathroom.
Oh, so people were definitely taking photos.
I hope so. I hope. Yeah. Although I don't know if I'd put on a wig.
What?
Like a random wig.
I would put on
thinking about it. Well, yeah. It's Aspen. No one's gross. Well,
it's Aspen. I mean, no one's gross.
It's hard to get to.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I know. I know what you mean.
But can we talk about the highlight of my evening?
Oh, yes.
Okay, guys. So we had this spot, this like craft cocktail bar in Aspen. And every night, like Nick and I like needed somewhere to go. There's not really like locals bars.
Yeah.
And I specifically drank Old World red wine. And nowhere carries it for like less than $30, $40 a glass. Plus they're like nice restaurants. And that's not a vibe for us to go hang out when we got off work at midnight. So I became friends with the manager and the people who work at this bar. and they started carrying, like they would steal it from the restaurant next door, not steal, but like they were sister restaurants. They would just like keep certain bottles of Old World red wine for me.
Yeah.
So we haven't been there in 2 months.
It's been longer than 2 months. It's been
I guess like 6, 7. Wow.
6 months. Well, August. So
that's crazy.
yeah.
They were also convinced we were in the witness protection program.
Yeah, because we just showed up.
Well,
and
we're siblings.
Yeah.
Who showed up out of nowhere, lived together,
moved
to town together, and like have ridiculous names.
Yeah.
Francesca and Nicodemus. We show up. We aren't allowed to tell anyone where we lived. That's a whole different story. But where we lived in Aspen was like secret. And so we were like, can't tell you where you lived. They're like, where'd you come from? And we were like, oh, around. And then we just vanished one day.
Yeah.
So we found out that there was like
vanished.
like a rumor that we were like witness protection and that like someone blew our cover. So we had to leave because we left within 24 hours.
Why we left. Yeah.
Anyway, so we come back and I was like, Old World red. And like they always give it to me and let me like serve myself at a table like it's bottle service because this is more of like a club.
Yeah.
Anyway, before we left, like the manager was like, I guess like I never went after you because you like I always had a girlfriend because he had this girl. I always thought he was so hot and so cool.
He's super hot.
Like
wait, I actually said to a new bartender there that I didn't know. I was like, is he like that hot or am I just kind of drunk and it's always dark in here? And she just goes, no, he's that hot. And I was like, okay, good.
So all these like, but we didn't know any of the new employees and we just walked in kind of like we own the place, which I would be annoyed at. Like, who are these people?
Like we were there for like a short period of time. Like, again, who do you think you are?
Yeah. Like demanding things that they don't have on their menu. No. And they were like catering to us. So I feel like I'd be like, who the fuck? Anyway, so yeah, I don't know. Anyway, we ended up making out in front of all of his employees in the middle of the club.
Spicy. Like walking out, you know? And I'm just sitting there like, that happened.
It did. I mean, I don't really know what to think about it, but I've literally like, you guys think of like someone you've always had a crush on. And like all of a sudden, like I'm walking out and I'm like, Nick, like Nick was like, no, I saw in front of everyone.
Wasn't expecting that.
You guys just like full on went at it.
Oh.
And yeah, so
fun was had by all.
And then we did. We went to like an after hours party at an art gallery.
Yeah.
And then we slept for an hour. Then we drove home.
Well, you drove home. I was in the back.
Nick was in the back sleeping.
Yeah. I was in the back with the Jack in the jukebox. No, I was just in the back, dead to the world. And I showed up to work. And my my best friend at work, she was like, I saw you were coming in. I knew you were in Aspen. So I double bagged the coffee for you and I got you extra creamer because I know that's how you like it. And I was like, Shannon.
That's so thoughtful.
I know. Love her. Well,
I mean,
is that a recap? We're at an hour.
Are we?
We're at an hour, yeah.
You guys. Okay, listen. I don't know if it's next episode because we might be interviewing someone, but we have some things we want to talk about.
Yeah.
Next episode, we might be talking about Instagram. People being Instagram famous, people buying followers. One of my favorite things is apparently a lot of people think we bought ours. I'll walk you through it.
We'll talk about that.
I also used to be director of influencer marketing for a PR agency in New York. So I know the ins and outs of the background of Insta, TikTok. I just have a lot to say.
Yeah.
And that's it, you guys. So it's so funny. Like our podcast, I feel like is so different. Because it's really just like a little like reality show of what we've been up to and like chatting.
I know. I saw my ex in Missouri. Let's leave it at that.
Yeah.
We're going to go.
Our cousin's in town.
Yeah.
We always have cousins in town.
I know. Too many cousins.
But he's awesome. So I think we should go to town.
Perhaps.
For like a second. Yeah. This is what happens. This is my toxic trait. I don't drink for 2 days. That's a lie. Yeah. I had 2 glasses of wine last night, but that's not drinking. And then I'm like,
I've been good. I've been good. You know, I have not been good. Like me, actually.
I was like,
no. I meant like when you do feel good, you're like, oh,
yeah, you feel like you need to like reward yourself. Mm-hmm. But you guys, the dress didn't sip today.
Maybe you don't need the vodka.
No, I don't. All right. Thank you so much for hanging out with us, guys.
Thanks for
we
coming.
We appreciate you so much. And just know we'll never cancel on you.
Never.
Love you guys.
Bye.
See ya.